craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Gracie, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles, and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal.
Reset expectations.
Babe, summer's coming up. We really should start planning the real vacay.
You mean the one after we take a break with the kids?
We can hear you.
Start planning your getaway trip with Caribbean Layaways 0% interest and flexible payment plan.
One thing for sure, flying Caribbean is the way to go.
It's no fun without us, right? Mom? Dad?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
For everything you do, Caribbean Airlines, we got you.
Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited wishes to advise customers making mortgage payments over the counter that the tellers at all our offices will be open daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. To make payments online, book appointments, request letters, statements, documents, and access other services, please visit our online customer service center at ttmf-mortgages.com. TTMF, from here to home.
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
Share the live.
Share the live.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram.
Share the live.
Iwer George on Instagram.
Share the live.
Iwer TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com.
News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, fish prices to increase following gas hike. No word yet on the impact of fuel price increase on manufacturers. Regionally, state of emergency in Barbados extended as the country battles with new wave of COVID cases. And now the news in detail. Fishermen have warned of an increase in the price of fish. Cedras fishermen staged protest yesterday, saying they are trying their best to earn an honest dollar, and with the increase in gas prices, it is making it harder for them. The fishermen say the price of fish will increase because they now have to dig deeper into their pockets to fuel their boats to go fishing. The cost will be passed on to the consumers. President of the Collie Bay Fishing Association, Imataz Khan, said fishermen have endured enough. Meanwhile, agricultural economist Omadath Maharaj said the protests will get worse if the issue is not rectified soon. Maharaj wants the TNT government to follow in the footsteps of other countries such as the Philippines and provide a fuel discount for farmers and fisherfolk so they could provide quality, wholesome food. He noted that the subsidy could be provided via fuel vouchers to registered fisherfolk and farmers so their cost of production will be lower and also the price of their goods. In other news, the Manufacturers Association says it is unable to say exactly what the increase in fuel prices will mean for local manufacturers and the price of their goods. Association CEO Dr. Mahindra Ramdeen revealed that a feasibility study is underway to determine the impact of the price increase on members. However, he explained that there is no way to determine a blanket impact on the cost of manufacturing, as it may vary according to sectors. In more news, head of the Supermarket Association, Rajiv Dipti, said that he does not expect food prices to level out in the immediate future, given the fact that the war in Ukraine is still taking place. As it relates to the impact of the fuel price hike on the price of goods, Dipti said that he believes any impact will be delayed. News outside of Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados Parliament gave the green light Tuesday for a further extension of the country's state of emergency as the island grapples with a new wave of COVID-19 cases. Barbados Minister of Health, Ian Gooding Edgehill, said the SOE would remain in effect until September 22nd. He told his colleagues in the House of Assembly that the continuation of the measure was necessary because of the uncertainty surrounding COVID-19 and emerging variants. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: fish prices to increase following gas hike. No word yet on the impact of fuel price increase on manufacturers. And regionally, state of emergency in Barbados extended as the country battles with a new wave of COVID-19 cases. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Miss Aisha Wells, the Queen of Talk. She's up next.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
Betty Lou have 6 children with Sam, but like neither of them cares a damn. They always fighting, cursing. How you expect those children to grow up if the parents and them don't stop and try to bring up their kids in a proper way and be proud of them in later days? Think about the children. Not later, but now. Think about the children. Not later, right now. Think about the children.
This is Caribbean Love.
Sam don't want to look for work at all. Every cent he had gamble take all. The children crying, Mommy, we hungry. But she going out to party, leaving 6 little children all alone. Well, Sam, he gone to drink and roam. Where is the love, care and attention that children need? Betty Lou, you and Sam better take heed. Think about the children. Not later, but now. Think about the children. Not later, right now. Think about the children. Could do better than that, I know. Cause Sam have a trade and she could sew. But they're not trying to make their life better. Poor kids, what kind of adults would they grow to be if they're not brought up properly? Lord, it's a burning shame. Betty Lou and Sam don't know how much they're doing these children harm. Think about the children. Not later, but now. Think about the children. Not later, right now. Think about the children. Think about the children. You must. Think about the children. You must.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Ooh. Baby, if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up. Same way. Let me wind up. Same way. Party not same way. Ramage Bingo like we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like I already TV, all the love inside away. You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99, 1% love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you touch me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up. Same way. Let me wind up. Same way. Party not stop. Ramage Bingo like we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like already TV, all the love inside away. Uptown and ghetto, feeling the tempo. Soca and Kaiso, it's party they like so. Soon as we land, fun is the plan. We like a jam, like the man bam. Waving we the band, we inside the band. And if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the love. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Yeah, we jump up. Same way. Yeah, we wind up. Same way. Party not stop. Same way. Ramaje bingo like we come to play man. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass.
So let me say a very special good afternoon to you, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I want to say good afternoon to those of you locking me down right now on YouTube. Send those numbers up. Let me say good afternoon to the crews on Facebook. It have not come up on this feed here for me as yet, so let me see how we looking. I check in. You know, Facebook does do me what they want. I haven't seen anything as yet. Double check that. Double check it. So, Sean Watson, good afternoon to you. Diane Payne, same dude, 1979. Randolph Coffey, Esther Waldron, and Trevor Mischief, as well as Yvette. And good afternoon to Michelle Superwoman, locked on and listening. Probably cleaning she chicken today. Michelle says she was cleaning chicken yesterday and run out she whole self to deal with them people and them on the live, but realized that the Facebookers had it in a gear, so Michelle went back and cleaned she chicken. That's loyalist. You see that? It doesn't get more loyal than Michelle. I want to say a very special good afternoon to her and to each and every one of you locking us down right now, wherever you're listening to my voice. I say thank you so much for choosing me. I am in the building until 7 o'clock, and we have so much for you today. Let me say a very special good afternoon to my Facebookers as they continue to like the video and share the live. I'm talking about Doric Nurse. Doric, how you doing today? Hinkson Scott, Patty, Sweet Pepper Jones. It's been a while, Patty. Andre Zephyrin. How are you today? Yeah, good afternoon to Brian Superville and to Sheila Boyce, Marceline Ned, Maria Lyons, Eric, Saparia Sukunia, Reginald Rose. All in all yourself. We do this every single day. Big up all your whole self. The true defenders on the chat like Cleavon Stillen. Good afternoon to Gregory Wayne Brooks. How you doing, King? And Martin Scott Pascal. How you doing? Oshun Oya. Hope you're having an awesome day today. So, guys, we have a packed program today. We have guests coming in from about 4:30 or so. Today, we're representing Eastside Plaza again. A lot of fine interviews to bring to you. So, we want you to kick back and relax. I'm going to open up the lines pretty early and allow you guys to come in and touch on the issues before we jump inside our interviews. I had to run out myself on Facebook yesterday and this morning, and I tell all you I'm tired. I find I'm battling too hard all year. I need a vacation. Yeah. Because some of these people hell-bent on destroying the image of Trinidad and Tobago on social media. And I feel it is my duty to back them to hell up. Oops! Hold up. Stick up in. Stop riding. Let me address you. So I want to thank Pastor Google for touching on my post earlier today when he talked about the minimum wage comparers. You know, the ones who like to compare minimum wage in Canada and in England and in America to what we're making in Trinidad, but refuse to compare the amount of taxes that these first world countries charge their citizens. They don't want to compare that. And Google broke it down for you guys today because he see me battling out there and he said, no, I should need some help. But those who comparing the minimum wage will not tell you that the amount of taxes those citizens pay, it boils right down to what we make a day, what we make per hour when you do the maths. Because they pay council tax, parking tax, state tax, federal tax, school taxes. We're talking about land and building taxes. They tax them for everything. That's outside of paying the regular bills, eh? That's outside of the lights, the water, the gas, the heat, the food. They also pay these taxes. But here in Trinidad, all you don't even want to pay tea and tech and water, but want a 24-hour supply. And vex when people tell all you these things. Because in Trinidad, all you believe we have a magician government that's spinning grass into money to subsidize everything for all you, to give all your increase in all your salary, to raise all your pension, to give all your proper service, because we just here spending money in the treasury now. So they can just take it, do all you want, and still complain and want to go to work for half day and receive a full day's pay. That's Trinis, and they don't like you to tell them about the self. They just get vexed. Like today, they drag me up and down social media. But for all you who know, everybody who know, they know I don't care. All publicity is good publicity. It is build the followers on the page. So I doesn't care how they drag me. But if it's one thing you're going to get from me is the facts. Stop all your foolishness. All your overdoing it. Trinis believe that they are entitled to things that they are not entitled to. And as I said in one of my programs, it is time for the government as a whole to take a look carefully on this subsidy on gas. Because gas and oil is a dying economy. It's phasing out worldwide. And all you hear is still babysitting Trinbagonians instead of letting them face what the real world is facing. Them here living in a bubble. And vex when you put on 4.25 cents on their gas at the pumps. They upset with you for 101 cents. Even though we are the third country in the region when it comes to the lowest rates. And I'm going to pull up the chart for you today because I shared that on my Facebook page too. I shared that on my page as well. Today I was on a roll in all you. I was on a roll today because I got tired of the stupidness. I got tired of the misinformation. The same people that chaining you up. Yes, you. About the dollar at the pumps is the same people who benefiting with the big engine. They driving Range, they driving Prada, and they paying what you paying, and you driving a Almira, and you driving a B14. No. It's subsidized for everyone, including those who could afford to drive Prados. But they hire you, who driving in a B14, making all the noise on social media. Anyway, take me over to the chart and leave it up. Let Trinis take a look at what we're paying for fuel prices compared to other countries in the region. Since we like to just harp on things that don't make sense, let me make sense of the sense now. Take down my arm. My logo at the bottom. The lines are open. We're taking your calls. Our interview starts in exactly a few minutes. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up the same way. Let me wind up the same way. Party not same way. Ramage bingo like a we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Inside the way. You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99, 1% love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people.
Let's see who's on the outside. Caller, you live.
It's just me, darling. How you going?
How you doing, love?
I there. Before I start, did you hear that the badgering cousin they going to protest outside bars because the cost of alcohol?
Imagine that.
Oh, well, I don't hear it either.
Imagine that.
But they can't see their way.
You hearing that? They cussing to pay more at the pumps. But they're protesting for the increase in alcohol. Look, lady, make your contribution.
Aisha, just called to say good afternoon to you and to listen to your good news this evening because I just got home and so just in case I don't call, I just want to let you know that I'm on.
Thank you so much, love. Correct, Bernadette. They would leave Trinidad and they will go to Canada and they will go to the United States of America and they will go to Europe and the United Kingdom and they will pay every single bill and every single tax on time and smile. So it's Trinidad and Tobago they don't like. Yes, I said it. They don't like here. Caller, your life.
Aisha, good afternoon to you, my dearie.
How you doing, mommy?
I'm good. Thank God to see another day. Aisha, I want to go in the States. Aisha, I went to go in the States and I live in by the family. I just see 2 months pass. Get your act together because if you can't get a job, Aisha, you'll be looking for a place to live. Ain't you know that, right?
Mommy, you acting like you insure?
Ain't you understand me? They're too damn happy in Trinidad and Tobago. They want everything free. You hear what I'm telling you? But they ain't protesting according to the lady there. They're not going to protest for alcohol. You hear? But coming to Aisha, you know what to me? I look at the people, the kind of people who don't need protest Aisha Welsh. You understand me? And we have a few like myself. You understand me? They must get all the change in the pocket now to go out there and pay the fool. You hear what I'm telling you about Aisha? But say what? They will only run on this. I'll give them about 9 days, and after 9 days they might pack up and have to live with this thing. Don't forget, I heard you said you have some guests coming in, right? Don't forget we have to stress on these children, these hooligans.
We're dealing with them definitely today. Don't hurt your head.
You hear what I'm telling you about Aisha? Aisha, you heard that Mr. Lucky's passed?
No, when?
Yeah, I understand he passed this morning. Madam Tunapuna calling today. And this afternoon they on
oh God, I did like Lucky no boy.
Yeah, with Joe and George. They had
they were really down to earth.
Yes. And as I said today, whenever we go to Dr. Rowley up there in my arrow, we will go with Franklin Can and done, you know, we always go by him there and he will entertain us. May so rest in peace. Yeah, he stayed a while in Point Commander there.
Yes,
George, yes. We hadn't done it for years in Carenage. May so rest in peace here. Mother Tunapuna spoke about it this afternoon. Yeah. So such is life. But I'm waiting to listen. Aisha, have a good one, babe.
Thank you so much, mommy. The lines are open. You had some nerve, Mr. Michael Adams, to come in here looking for your UNC people who just come on my live to disrupt it. You good? Your head screw on correctly? You on my live trying to mobilize your crew. That making sense? All we getting ready to jump inside our interviews in about 2 minutes or so. Our guests already in the building. Get in while you still can on this issue.
We are one people under the sun, one nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's settled tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up. Same way. Let me wind up. Same way. Party not same way.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Tobago in the house here. Yes, Aisha, I went through the same thing here with a driver this morning. He not originally a Plymouth stand driver, but he just come over with his Serena. Right, them some others go on the hustle stand on the taxi stand where people get hiring them to drop them wherever. But I know the young man. So I jump in the vehicle. I show one thing. When I done work, I ready to come home. But I was told by some people, oh, they're taking $11 to come up by me. Now to come Plymouth is $8. And To come in by me, it's supposed to be 10 because before, to come in Plymouth was 7 and to come up by me was 9. So do the maths. I give the man my $10 this morning. The man go tell me $11. I tell him I said, I don't know about that. I says $10 to come up inside by me. He said no, it's 11 because he had to swing up to come in. The man slow down and tell me I'll have to take it. I say, you're sure right? I'll be taking it. Yeah, I'll go walk. I sure know that I know that the bus just come up inside me. Once I see the bus, I'm going to take it. And I will be only traveling as usual. Because I usually just travel with who will take my $10. They're too wicked. I shall me paying go up. I'm still waiting on the union them to negotiate for me to get a little back pain. I'm still working on 2013 salary. They're too wicked. Do they pay taxes? Now, I shall mind you, my husband is a taxi driver also. He have an age vehicle. And he have himself and all say that is high-class wickedness. And my husband, he's a gas station runner. He don't like to see tank go down too low. It mustn't pass half. So as he get a little $40, $50, he go and put his $200 and something dollars. My husband has created a full tank. And it's a Lancer wagon we have. They're too wicked, Aisha. They're too wicked. But I want to ask these maxi taxi drivers, do they pay the bus conductor, the maxi conductor, NIS? Something to think about. Aisha, I looked on and listening, darling.
Thank you so much. The lines are open, and I'll see a funny video here, and I'm trying to download it to share it with you guys. It is super funny. You guys would really laugh if you see this one. It's a young man at the traffic light in Belmont seen riding a horse. And of course, the caption is price is going up, so small man buy a horse. You know, I am not looking for a little horse to buy right now. The lines are open. Let's get you interactive. Caller, your live.
Aisha. Aisha.
Yes.
Good evening. I want to spread this news to me. I'm calling from Tobago backdrop. We have 2 women and a man robbing people in Blackrock in Tobago. I want to spread that news to me. Please.
How they robbing people? Give me some facts.
They're coming home by you. They're robbing business place and also.
So they breaking in place? All you know who it is? All you had them on camera? What's going on?
No, they get on mask, but I try to get them and I stand, but they know the number. You know, so I want people to spread them on there and I can let people look up because I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them so bad. Alright?
All you don't know to have a vigilante group and hunt them down or what?
You can man. I can't check on that. They're dead. They're dead like me. Understand? Because
people working hard for their things and them just distressing people.
Understand me? And what's not 2 women instead of come to look after people. Understand? Then come to look after people. I shall be waiting. All
right, keep me posted. I'll definitely spread the word to people in Blackrock that there are some persons carrying out nefarious activities in your community. Be on the alert and form all yourself into a nice community group and look out for one another. I'll take one more call and then we're going to jump straight inside our interview. Caller, you're live.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, my dear?
Hi, good love.
All right. Yeah, I should just had to throw him a little 2 cents here, but it's real advantage taking on the point in this country. Yeah? Real advantage. And it seems that mixed with a little racism and politics at the same time. And I want to tell people, all they're not paying the taxes, what is all your contribution? I know I'm hurting my issue about this whole situation with the taxi drivers and them. All your first lining up for old age pension. What contribution all you make? The only contribution all you make is for all your own profit. All you didn't contribute to the coffers of this country. You understand? It is very, very disheartening to see the conduct of some all you. You understand? And the same poor people who make all these years, every time all they want to take it out on them. We can't go nowhere as a nation like this, you know. We cannot go nowhere as a nation like this. Aisha, very good program again. I'll look on and I'll listen to you, my dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, good looking people. We're going to pause for a cause, and when we come back, we're going to jump straight inside our interview.
Every creed and class, don't let nothing pass. Like a repetitive, all the love inside the way. You friend. 99, 1% love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up, same way. Let me wind up, same way. Party not stop. Ramaje bingo like a we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside the way. Uptown and ghetto, feeling the tempo.
These are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
All right, welcome on the inside. Thank you so much for staying with us. Approximately 36 minutes after the hour of 4 o'clock, and we have our first guest with us in the building. A very special good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Street 919 FM. Tell Trinidad and Tobago who they're talking with.
You are talking with Lucia Joseph of Sears Fashion Designs.
How you doing, Miss Joseph?
I'm fine.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about your business. How long have you been in existence?
All right. I am in existence since 1992. I am a tenant there at Eastside Plaza, 29 years now. And I do a lot of crochet from head to foot. Whatever is your crochet needs, that is what I do and what I supply to my customers.
What made you go into this type of business, may I ask?
All right. When I went into Eastside Plaza, I didn't go in as a crochet designer. I went in with tie-dye garments, tie-dye fabric. And after some time, tie-dye started to fade. And I started crocheting, and I had already known how to crochet, so I started crocheting. And
I'm displaying some of her work while we're talking, so if you're on Facebook and on YouTube, you can see how talented Miss Joseph is. Go ahead.
Yes.
So is it that you always knew how to crochet, or you learned and you moved straight forward with it?
Yeah, I learned from, let me put it, from a child.
Okay.
Right? And went on, doing the crochet. I started to crochet hats first. And like bath suits, short pants, that kind of thing. So this is what I did. And
I also see you customize bags and slippers.
Yes. I do a lot of bags from different materials, burlap, different fabrics, and mix the fabrics, so I do like leather. I put a little piece of leather on the bag.
This is really lovely work, people. You need to get on Facebook and YouTube to see this. Go ahead.
Yes. So I have been involved in the fashion industry, in that I am a crochet designer. I was present at the first fashion week in Trinidad and Tobago, and since then, I have traveled, different places where they have fashion shows, and then tutoring from community development. They pulled me up as a tutor, to teach. To teach, besides the crochet, to teach different other crafts. I am one of the special tutors in that I taught at Mimosa with the children of special needs,
Interesting.
So.
Is it that you can just look at a design and you start to work and you just execute exactly what you're going for? Because I look at your work and I am marveled by the fact that you could do that with a crochet needle.
Yeah. Yes, I try my level best not to read.
Okay.
Because I find it keeps me back.
Yes.
So I will watch something some customer might bring, a design that they want done, and I'll do it.
Wow. Interesting indeed. People are asking if you do crochet tutoring now and where they would like to join if you have a class. Do you have a class running?
I write in Eastside Plaza, but as the booths are so small, I take a limited amount of students.
Okay.
Right? So I might take two people at a time, and teach them. Besides crochet, I will teach them jewelry making. I do a lot of handcrafted beaded jewelry, right? And whatever they need to learn, I'll try my best and teach them.
To teach them. How can they sign up for your class?
Right? They come into Eastside Plaza and we talk. I am at booth number 31 on the ground floor of Eastside Plaza. And you come in and you tell me what are your needs, and I'll deal with it from there.
For persons who are saying that this type of art is a dying one, what would you say to them?
No. It's not. Because I have a lot of customers, besides from customers in Trinidad and Tobago, I have a lot of customers from the outside world, because there was a time that they used to have a gift and craft show in Barbados. And I used to be going to that show, and I got a lot of customers from them, and when that faded away, and other countries, I have been to Curacao, I have been to Santo Domingo, and on different conferences, craft conferences, and I did like the wire, crochet wire jewelry, right? From UWI, they had a program, Design Caribbean.
Wow.
And I did a lot of that. Well, it was the first time that I heard about crocheting wire. And the tutor came in from Italy, and they asked me to make these crochet wire jewelry. I did, and necklaces and bracelets, and with that they sent me to Santo Domingo to represent Trinidad and Tobago in that conference. That was they wanted special craft, not craft that we are accustomed seeing. So the countries that took part in it, they brought some really unusual craft.
Yes.
Things that you'd never saw. So I was one of them, and from there, I got a lot of orders, You know, actually, in the conference, I sold out. So,
so it's far from dying?
No, very far.
Excellent.
You know, you just have to just do things in a different way.
Yes.
You know, because long time there used to be doilies and chairbacks, and now it's garments.
Clothing.
Right,
yeah.
You know? And everybody is into the bath suits and the cover overs.
I see the bath suits making a comeback.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Short pants, the alpagats.
Yes.
You know, and the barefoot sandals. You know, well, that is...
You're getting a lot of congratulations online. People are admiring your work. They're asking for a phone number to reach you so they can book you for the class.
All right.
Phone number to call?
1-868-749-1439.
Excellent. Say that again.
1-868-749-1439.
Great. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We're going to pause for a cause, and when we come back, we have our next business owner at Eastside Plaza. Don't move yet. We'll be back.
Eastside Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out Eastside Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up the same way. Let me wind up the same way. Party not same way. Grandma Jedingo like we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like I ready to be all the love inside the way. You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99, 1% love to wine, represent all of we want to see. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people.
So we have in the building with us
one nation.
Our second entrepreneur business owner at Eastside Plaza. Welcome to the Street 919 FM. Please tell the nation who they're talking with.
So we are talking with Mr. Ronald Ryan and Shamika John, and we are third generation members of the Herbal Corner, the Therapeutic Institute.
Third generational members. Tell me what that means.
So our business started with my grandmother, our grandmother, Lucille Thomas John, and it started in 1991. And throughout the years, we have kept the business alive, and we were able to expand, and here we are today, continuing our legacy.
Tell us a little bit about Herbal Corner.
Well, Herbal Corner has two components to it. The first one is HCTI, the massage therapy school that deals primarily with medical massage therapy. The other aspect of it would be a health food store, which carry a range of items of things such as naturopathic medication, cut and sifted, capsules, liquids, as well as mixtures.
I visited the store recently, and it looks, for people who want to know, like a organic lab, I think is what I would call it. Little vials of everything that you can find under the sun in order to improve your life organically. What was the brainchild behind having such a business? You guys know? Your grandmother, she went into this. What was her thoughts?
She always liked dealing with herbal medicine, so she went into it. Then would be my mom and my aunt would follow up by taking courses online on naturopathic medication, so they took it a bit further. And now we're dealing with massage therapies, medical massage therapies for things, apart from the teaching aspect of it.
Yes.
For practice element for things with slip disc, sciatica, a whole bunch of non-invasive treatments. Not to mention, there's also an aromatherapy.
Tell me about the aromatherapy. That sounds interesting.
Yes, it is. Well, our aromatherapy products, we try to use products crafted using bark, stems, leaves, roots, and these products target ailments within the body, such as colds, pains, sinuses, and swelling.
Interesting.
Yes, and in addition to that, we also focus on beauty. And well, I'm a young lady,
yes.
So beauty is important to me. So along with my sister, we've recently introduced a new line called Bustani Beauty. And growing up around our family who are into herbs, we have learned things over the years. So with that, we use herbs and all things natural, and we have created our brand. So not only our brand, but we also have things like face elixirs, foot serums, and that's the newest stuff to our line, and we have intentions of adding new stuff as well.
That sounds so good, because I see so many people advertising these things of like chemical peels and all these things we don't know anything about on social media. And I even saw one person had his face destroyed, badly burnt. It's all over Instagram, it's all over Facebook. And what you're telling me is that they can come to Herbal Corner and do it the natural way.
Yes, so our products, we do research, extensive research on the different herbs and how they can benefit the skin or your hair, and we incorporate them. We herbal infuse our products and we create it. We also do trial and testing, so we don't just create a product
and give it to you and let you go.
We test people, different types of people, to see how it reacts to them, and before we put it out.
Okay, I have someone on the line message me to see if you guys treat acne. You guys treat acne?
Our face elixir is targeted towards people with acne, yes.
Okay.
Right now I'm working with a customer. She have really severe acne and she told me about it. And just recently she messaged saying that, you know, her mother was noticing the difference in her face and things, so she's really happy with the results she's getting.
Yes. Awesome indeed. We can open up the lines and take some calls as well. Tell us about the herbs that you have to treat, let's just say, persons who are having polycystic ovary issues, urinary tract. Mother's Day is coming. I know a lot of women interested in taking care of themselves, pampering themselves. What can they get at Herbal Corner?
Well, first and foremost, we don't diagnose.
I understand.
But when ailment is or has been confirmed, what we would do, we would recommend the person go through our cleansing procedure to break down the inflammation of bacteria, which anything toxic would feed off. So after that's been broken down, then we go through the process of, okay, what you should and shouldn't eat while cleansing, and then we rebuild the body. Because any parasite is going to feed on like wise toxicity to feed itself, so once we can cleanse that out of the system,
understood,
it makes it easier for us to deal with the issue at hand as well as build you back using holistic remedies, because sickness is just an indicator of something's been going wrong for a while.
Understood. Patients are asking for you to give your number. Do you guys do deliveries for patients who can't come into Port of Spain, not in Port of Spain? I have someone trying to get an order of your skincare line and she's in San Fernando.
Yes, we do deliveries. Our deliveries is done via TT Post.
Okay.
You can contact us at 739-8738.
And please let them know where you guys are located in Port of Spain.
Oh, we are located inside Eastside Plaza, booth number 54.
Excellent. Anything you want to say to Trinidad and Tobago, as we just have 2 more minutes left of this interview? What would you say to Trinidad and Tobago in 2 minutes?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's thinking about this carefully. Yeah, I understand. You think?
Oh, well, your health is your wealth. It doesn't matter how financially successful you are or how educated you are. If you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. So invest in it, invest in yourself, invest in the things that matter. And your health is a primary thing you should look into.
Any specials on? People like a good special.
Well, we have in-store specials.
Tell us.
Once we do like 10% off. Sometimes with when you order stuff, we will do free delivery according to the amount of stuff that you order and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we have special wise. And well, Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
We might have some hampers in store.
Excellent. So you can come on down or call the number again. Give them the number.
739-8738.
Excellent. What about soaps? You guys make soaps? I just love good smelling natural soaps, girl. I can come and get some soaps.
Yes.
What are some of the scents you have?
Well, we try to keep everything natural, so we'd have like it's infused with herbs, so like rose, calendula, lavender, those kind of things. We even have a charcoal and coffee soap.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I would like to try that one. Yeah.
And just to add to what he said, when it comes to health, always remember prevention is better than cure.
All the time. Where can they find you guys on social media?
You can find us on Instagram at _Herbal Corner _ and also you can follow our Facebook page at Herbal Corner.
This is a family business, people. 3 generations of it. Go out and give them that support. It's Herbal Corner at Eastside Plaza. We're going to go for a break and we'll be back. Stay with us.
You go see blood, and if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun, one nation under the love. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know, but it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the rock?
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You ready? Let the pumping start, 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 start. Let the whining start, 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 start. Let the jumping start, 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 start. Take it up. You, like flowers blossom in spring. Carnival and sweet fountains. Oh Lord, it's joy and love the warmth of the season brings. You see it, say Carnival and sweet fountains. Whining like an animal. I could never be the same. Sipping on choc chemical. After all this is over, I'll see you. Look, if you come to fed, I come to fed, she come to fed, we come to fed. Oh, now we have to sign and this and ready to. If you come to fed, start to chip like you ain't chewing right now. Start to jump, jump up. Start, 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 start. Let the drinking start, 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 start. Let the bumping start.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour all-night prayer. This and every Friday evening on the Street 919 FM from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, gogi, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
Roger Garraway and his community of creatives present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th, Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolan. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Gracie, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolan.
Reset expectations.
Babe, summer's coming up. We really should start planning the real vacay.
You mean the one after we take a break with the kids?
We can hear you.
Start planning your getaway trip with Caribbean Layaway's 0% interest and flexible payment plan.
One thing for sure, flying Caribbean is the way to go.
It's no fun without us, right? Mom? Dad?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
For everything you do, Caribbean Airlines, we got you.
Daddy said it was our special lover.
I told my granny, but she didn't help.
He was so nice when we talked online. I threw up again. I just can't sleep.
I failed my test. I missed school last week.
Now he wants pictures of my body. I have a right
to live free. Stop hurting me.
Please.
Don't keep child abuse a secret. If you see something, say something. Report it today at 996. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago and the European Union United Nations Spotlight Initiative.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as nano silver, nano zinc, body light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108. Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 919 FM.
Police, go there.
Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowpeter Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
All right. Thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
Do you have $488 to lend, man?
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. Don't know.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
We are on the inside, and it's Len Capital Certificates on a Thursday. You know, we looked forward to this show last week. We did not have it, so you had to make up for last week, eh?
That's not a problem.
Let me say good afternoon to you, Mr. Leinster Campbell.
Good afternoon,
Welcome to another Thursday show.
And thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. So, how was the work week?
My work week is always great, you know. That's that's my mantra. I always have great work weeks. I put it out into the atmosphere so that no matter what happens, my work week is always great.
I love it.
Always great.
And where are we going with today's topic?
Well, I wanted to change gears a little bit because I think most persons don't understand business and they don't understand how to make money. And we think that a business only makes money, or a person only makes money probably by winning the lotto, finding a bag of it somewhere. We don't understand that unless you make an investment, as it were, you can't become successful. So I wanted to talk today about investing and what investing really means.
Okay.
Right? I would have just attempted to send Robert some of these slides.
I haven't seen it get to me as yet, so it should get to him.
Yeah, so we'll put up the slides today, and I'll be able to talk briefly about it, what investments is, you know, why persons should invest, the different types of investing.
Okay, I just saw it come in.
Yeah, so I'll just give them what is an investment?
So we start with the videos?
Not the videos first. There's investment, the definition.
I saw it here.
Yeah. When I give persons a visual, this is sometimes part of learning is to be able to see that which you're learning.
So it's starting with this, types of investments.
Right. So, well, we have different types of investments. As you see on the screen, we have fixed investments, property investments, we have shares, and we have growth. And those are just some of the investments as it is in the business world. Fixed investment, property investments is just as it sounds. You'd be making investments like our Precious Gems packages, where you would purchase a package and you get paid interest over a period of time. property investments would mean either the same thing, or you're buying a property whether to flip it, you're buying a property as a partnership with someone else, or even buying a property, fixing it up, renting it out, or keeping it to sell at a later date. Shares would be buying shares within a company, and also growth. Now, I would say the growth could be personal growth, it could be spiritual growth. Obviously, when we hear investments, we think financial growth.
Yes.
As well, right? I wanted to give them the definition of an investment, which is an investment is the action or process of investing money for profit. Now, when you listen to that statement, and then persons come or they call, they would say to me, well, I'm Mr. Len Capital, that's how I'm usually addressed. Mr. Len Capital, I want to invest money, but you all don't do shares, you all don't do stocks, you all don't do bonds. And for most persons, I would say if they start with these questions, they don't understand really what investments is about. Now, I wanted to talk briefly today. And I would put up the disclaimer by saying, I am not an Elon Musk fan. Okay. But I am a fan of greatness. Or I'm not a groupie, I should say.
Understand.
But I'm a fan of greatness. And what he has done...
We have your ad coming up in about 30 seconds.
Okay, well, yeah. So when we come back, I'll be talking about Elon Musk. For those of you who don't know, he's currently the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Came out of nowhere. We did not see that one coming.
Really? The way he does business, I wasn't surprised.
You wasn't surprised?
No. And when we come back after our ad, I will tell you why.
You know they have you down as a madman, right? But when we come back,
Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright, let me jump up.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
We are back. Thank you so much for staying with us.
Yes. So as I was saying before we went on break, Elon Musk is he's the richest man in the world right now. And persons would say to me, well, Mr. Len Capital, I know what Elon Musk invests in. And if Elon Musk is investing, his latest rant, as they would say, as you said, madman, his latest rant was the purchase of a social media company called Twitter.
Yes.
Well, the purchase of stocks. He purchased, I believe it's 7.2% of the company, no, 9.2% of the company at $73 million, which allows him basically more freedom to say what he wants to say without being punished, as it
Correct.
were. Because now if I own 9.2% of your company...
I own the platform.
Exactly. I'm one of your major shareholders.
You will allow me privilege to talk.
Exactly.
And you have millions of followers. So I have a large audience.
Very large audience.
Understood.
Now, what I would say to that, persons would have known about that purchase after the purchase was made. Now, had Elon Musk decided to let persons know where he was going to invest his money, the prices of the stocks he would have gotten it for would have risen, and therefore probably instead of spending $73 million, he could have probably spent over $100 million. So you would have heard about the purchase that he made after it was done, after it was already sealed, signed and delivered on the dotted line. I think it was almost 2 weeks later when the public was made aware of this purchase. And obviously once persons heard Elon Musk was investing there, the stock prices go up. And then you would hear now what I would call a misnomer that, well, look, I'm an investor because I heard Elon Musk investing into Twitter, and I did the same thing. I bought some stocks, and obviously the stock prices went up. I made a couple dollars. I would like to take persons back today because similar to Elon Musk, Len Capital Certificates were into the business of consulting with businesses, growing businesses, and we're now into the arena of owning companies. And I will tell persons this. When Elon Musk decided to own the company that he owns right now, which is Tesla, he would have sold his business, which he was a partner in, which is PayPal. Most people may not know that. He sold PayPal and he would have received a $10 million payout. Now, let me ask you a question, Aisha. If you sold a company for $10 million and you wanted to start another company, how much of that $10 million would you invest?
Well,
you'd invest all of it.
Yeah, I going hard.
You're
go hard or
hard.
go home.
Correct. And that's what Elon Musk did.
Yeah.
He invested all of his money, so much so that he had to stay at his friend's home for a number of months, I think it was 2 or 3 years, without even a dollar to pay rent, because all of his money was invested into what is now Tesla.
Right.
Tesla would have grown to make him one of the richest men in the world for a while. I think he was between 3, 4, and 5 for a couple of years. And now, with his recent moves, as we would say, as a madman, he's moved to number 1.
Yep.
Now, there are 2 types of people in this world that do business, and one is mad people. Because to decide, look, I just made $10 million, and I'm taking all of it. I'm not keeping a $2 million to buy a big house, and I'm going to buy a big car. He said, look, I'm not doing that. I'm investing every cent of it.
You see, you just open another can of worms, because people like Elon Musk understands, 1, the value of money, 2, the purpose of money,
Correct.
and 3, when you invest money, it brings more money. It's
Exactly.
only poor people that hold on to money, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And they want to save it. That's a belief that we have. Now, when he started Tesla, let's think about it. Tesla is now with, they say between him and, oh gosh, I forget his name, the guy who owns Amazon.
It's
Jeff Bezos, right?
Yes.
They're looking at becoming trillionaires very soon because of the net worth of their companies and all these different things. When they do an investment into a company, 1, when Tesla would have started, it would not have been on the stock market. The persons that would have invested into Tesla or even into Twitter right now were companies that were already making hundreds of millions of dollars. So they went in with Elon Musk. They would have invested $50 million, $20 million, $100 million into his company. And his company would have started to grow, similar to what Lend Capital is doing. Because persons would say to me, well, look, your company is not on the stock exchange and all of these things, so why should I invest my money? And I want persons to understand, when you're making an investment into a company to become a multimillionaire or a billionaire, it doesn't happen when that company is on the stock market. You cannot go to Coca-Cola today, purchase stocks today, and 10 years from now become a multimillionaire. You'd not. Because what has happened is that that company has already grown to the capacity that it needed to grow to. It would have now become what we would call a publicly traded company. They will do an IPO, which is an initial public offering, list them on the stock market, and then everyone and their mom buy shares, and Coca-Cola goes from a company that maybe was worth 120 million to a company that's now worth $4 billion. The man who would have invested into Coca-Cola, or the female, when they were not a publicly traded company, let's say they invested $20 million, and when Coca-Cola opened their first day to sell shares, they started selling shares at $5 a share, and they closed that selling $7 a share. I don't have my calculator to do the math in front of me, but I can almost assure you that that person who invested, let's say $100 million, it would be a billionaire at the end of the first day of closing. That process with Twitter, that process with Tesla, the same process with Lend Capital certificates is no different. The investing process is not when a company is listed on the stock exchange. Now, we listen to, I would say, central bank. I'll go so far as to say that. Or if you listen to an accountant. Because you know how to count money does not mean you know how to make money. And that is something we need to understand. A person could tell you all the definitions of what stocks are and when to buy and when to sell, but they don't understand what investing is. When you look at the list, just imagine you're dealing with a company and they ridicule you for making certain posts or tweets, as it were, in Twitter, and you decided, you know what, I fed up of you all telling me what to do. I'm going to take $73 million and buy 9.2% of your shares and become one of your biggest shareholders. And now, here's the thing. He's made them an offer to buy Twitter for $4.2 or $4.3 billion. But he's worth 200 and change billion. So it's not even costing him a fraction of his current wealth to buy out Twitter entirely. And persons will say, well, okay, if Elon Musk now owns Twitter, I'm going to run and invest and buy shares. But if you had $1 million before that, and you didn't invest in Twitter before, I would say don't even waste your time.
Don't waste your
investing.
time now.
No, because you're going to make pennies on your millions
Yeah.
when you could have invested your millions.
And when he buys it, it parachutes.
It parachutes. And your
Yeah.
$1 million could be worth 10, 15, 20 million. In some cases, 100
What about
million.
persons who want to invest in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? What advice you would give them? Because I have a lot of them that follow this program.
Right. Well, for me, I haven't dabbled much in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin because it's the same concept. The person who makes money on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin are those who would have invested in it in its initial stages. When this, I think there's Ethereum and all these different ones, there's Dogecoin. These companies that are already listed on the stock market, they are making billions of dollars weekly, monthly, yearly. The average person who goes in now with their $50,000 or their $100,000 or their $1 million to buy shares in this company, you're going to make pennies on you're making pennies literally on your millions of dollars. Reason being that you don't understand what investment is. I am not saying that purchasing of shares or stocks is a bad investment, but in terms of hoping to let your million make you another million, at that point it's almost impossible. Because your stocks literally have to go up. If you purchase at $30, I'm not sure what's the closing, what it was today for Bitcoin, but last time I checked it was about $60-something $1,000 a Bitcoin. So that has to literally double to $120,000 for you to start to make money.
Understand.
And for that to happen, it takes crazy things like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and capital certificates
To actually change that market for it to move.
For it to move. What investors do, I mean real investors, these banks, these big financial institutions, they look for companies when they're starting. When PayPal was being started, when Tesla was being started, when Land Capital was being started, they're investors that came in and said, look $5 million, look $10 million, give
But
me...
people will say that's taking a risk because if these companies aren't solid,
Right.
then you lose.
But all investment is risk. Investment by definition is a risk.
All right.
If you decide to invest in a company, let's just say I came to you and Robert. I said, Aisha, here's what's going on. Land Capital Certificates is going to be the next big company to get in before we hit IPO, before we go to the stock market. You have $1 million to invest, Robert has $1 million.
Right.
And you said to me, look, I'm really sure, if this thing fails, I'm going to lose my $1 million. Robert says, well, Gil, I have this $1 million to invest, I invest. He does, takes him about, because average investment takes a minimum of, I would say, 5 to 7 years before you see substantial returns. Within that 5 to 7 years, you'd have made alternative investments. Let's just say, for argument's sake, hypothetically speaking, Land Capital Certificates launches on the stock exchange with Robert $1 million. We offered him a 1% share in the company. And in the first day, we made $1 billion. Robert, 1%, or is $1 million, at 1% of $1 billion, if you do the math, is way more than what he would have put in.
Wow.
Could you stand to understand that he would now have $100 million, as it were, and you would still have your $1 million? Would that risk have been worth it? And that's what I say to persons. When you're making an investment, you have to know, is the risk worth it? Do I prefer to have my $1 million or do I prefer not to? There are certain investments you should not get involved with. If an investment sounds like, give me $1 million today, and today is Thursday, right? Friday evening, tomorrow I give you back $3 million, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I would say, if I could make $1 million or $2 million profit in 24 hours, I don't need your money.
Yeah.
And I would tell that to all persons. I don't need your money.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all these big banks. There's a bank called, I think it's Blackwood, they call them, a very big financial institution that does a lot of investment in the U.S. They get involved in companies, Warren Buffett, all these guys, they get involved in companies before they hit the stock market. And it allows them to double their income. So you have $1 million, this company takes off in 2-3 years. We all know the story of when 50 Cent did the investment in the Coca-Cola. They said it was just a couple $100,000 he invested. When Warren Buffett, however, bought Coca-Cola for $4 billion, his couple $100,000 turned into a couple million. Exactly. And it goes like that. Now, he would not have known Warren Buffett would have done that, but that is what investing really is.
Let's chat about the benefits of it.
Right. So, people would say investing provides you with regular income. It does. You would say to me, well, look, the current package you have pays yearly returns. So, even though I take a package out from you for $50,000, I have to wait 12 months to get my returns. So, I would say to you, why would you take one package out? If you decide to have regular income, you need to understand flows of income. You don't wait. If you've ever not had water, and we had this discussion already, if you started filling buckets of water, let's not go to tanks yet, and you know water goes every Thursday, I'm sure you're not, and you have 7 buckets, you're not going to fill one. You're going to make sure that when it does have water, you're going to fill all 7 buckets. So you're going to have water to bathe, wash your clothes, wash your dishes, do all the things you need to do, even wash your car when nobody else has water. Maybe just like having your car clean. So you're going to make the investment into the buckets to have water regularly. You'll buy tanks, you'll buy more tanks, you put on a pump. It's the same thing with investment. An investment cannot be one thing. So I make one investment, I put $5 down, and I hope to make $1 million every week. Okay, go ahead. I know for sure, and anyone who understands investment will tell you it's not going to work like that. You're going to have to put out money, wait a period of time for your investment to return for it to become regular income. So you invest with, let's use Land Capital certificates, for example, one of our packages, and it's 12 months, but you have $3 million. Why would you invest $50,000 and wait a year when you could invest $1.5 million? And when that money overturns, with the interest rates that we have, within 5 years you can double your money. 5 to 6 years you can double your income. And then now, instead of you having $3 million invested 1.5, you're now going to have a $3 million income, which 1.5 of it was going to be profit. And that is what you now look at spending. The second point says it tailors to your changing needs. When I have additional income coming in like that on a regular basis, I can plan ahead to do different things. I can change the way I dress, I could change the way I speak, I could change my education base. Persons who understand investing, or before they get in investing, I would always tell them, get knowledge in the field. So for me, for example, when I needed to find out about software related to audio engineering, I call Robert. I'm not going to ask a guy who listens to the radio, who says to me, well, boy, I've been listening to the radio since I was a child. He doesn't understand the concepts of what programs you need, what software, condenser, mics, and all these different things. I need to call an expert in the field. So I called Robert. I said, look, I need some advice, this, and he was able to guide me in the right direction. And it's the same thing with investing. So before I would have purchased any equipment, I would have called him again. Can you give me your expertise in this area? And with investing is the same thing. Well, the third point says it has the potential for long-term returns, and that is what investment is usually for. We believe that if I invest $5 today, I'll just use that figure, I should get $1 million in 5 to 7 days. Everyone wishes that. No millionaire, no billionaire who invests their money or starts a company makes money overnight. When you hear the length of time, the amount of effort, and how much they've actually invested, they put everything into these companies. I heard Warren Buffett said one time, when he started out investing, he used to do what people will say, look for deals. Now, a person who looks for deals misses out on great opportunities. Because sometimes you may look for a deal. Let's say I was speaking to Robert and I said, Robert, I was thinking about buying X mic because it might be a couple $100 cheaper. But he'd advise me, yeah, you could buy that mic, but you'll be limited. I said, well, you know what? I'll take the chance and I'll buy it. But within using the mic now, I realize I'm limited to the things I have to do. I now have to go spend more money to purchase another mic, more software, more time, and then I would have lost the time that I would have gotten. And with investment, that is the most important thing, the time. So the time I would have put in already, I would have started to see the returns, because maybe with the new mic, I would have had a wider range, a wider scope of things that I could have done, as opposed to when I went cheaper, as it were, or we like to use the term more economical, I would have lost time. And therefore, I cannot say, well, okay, this might play catch up. In investment world, it's the same thing. You cannot now decide, oh, well, I heard Lend Capital Certificates is about to go into initial public offering, do an IPO, and I want to run and invest $100 million and hope to make the same amount of capital or returns on your money as the person who would have invested with us from inception while the company was being built. That last point there, which says why invest with Lend Capital Certificates, I would say our job is not to convince persons to invest with us. And no company, not Lend Capital, not Elon Musk, not Jeff Bezos, none of these guys, none of us will tell you that you should invest with us because we're the best option. What we will tell you is that we're fully 100% dedicated to that which we do. And because we are able to do that, we know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, as a madman, as some people might say, our company is going to work out because we've invested literally everything we have into it. We've invested time, we've invested money, knowledge, resources. Warren Buffett I think he's still in the top 10 richest men, and he reads 4 hours every day, which is no surprise why he is as successful as he is. Elon Musk thinks totally outside of the box. So does Jeff Bezos. If you get to understand Lend Capital Certificates, we operate on a basis of training staff, training owners, training employees, learning and understanding businesses, understanding the trends. To be quite honest, we don't look at the news, as it were, in order to do our business. We look at the trends around the world, what has happened, because what has happened now has happened already. Meaning whether it be the stock market crashing, a pandemic a couple years ago, different things happen and the outcomes are the same. So we are a company that has the adaptability to maneuver with the markets and return interest to our investors or customers.
Latifah Melville is asking, do you have a social media page?
We do. All our handles are Lend Capital, same as it's spelled, LENNCAPITAL.
Very informative.
You can go to our Facebook page. You can look for us on Instagram. We're also on Twitter. We're on TikTok. It's the same thing. It's the same lendcapital.com. It wouldn't be this one. That one would have been from the week before.
Not this one. Okay,
yeah, it would be the next one.
Move over. It may be this one.
Yeah, you can play this one.
Okay, so we have some testimonies we are going to share with you guys. So take a listen.
Man going places. Guard him, keep him close to your heart, to your bosom, train him well, and that he can do that is because you've been a good role model for him. And so I just told my other colleagues on the chat there, I said, the print that you got is a 12-year-old, you know, and that's kudos, yes?
It's not a testimony about Lend Capital Certificates only. It's a testimony about my son, my 12-year-old son,
yes,
who I have been training with the same principles that I go out and I teach multi-million-dollar companies with. And last year, which would have been 2021, my son would have turned 12 and he would have inherited a business, started him off as a business. And that testimony you would have heard, the customer would not have known that it was a 12-year-old doing the task that was required. And when he received the product, he messaged me with very high praises. And I said to him, sir, I appreciate the praise. However, it's not justly due unto me only. It would be a 12-year-old that would have facilitated your order, completed it, and delivered it to you. And that testimony you just heard would have been him saying that he couldn't believe it, that it was a 12-year-old performing at that level. Because I would say to you, there's no right time to start training. There's no right time to start doing business. So you could say, well, look, I might be too young, or I might be too old, or I mightn't have all the resources. We make all the excuses necessary. But if you truly want to be good at what you do, I would say you need to give us a call, because the testimony says it all. That customer is the first time that I would have dealt with him, or my son would have dealt with him, and he was truly, truly satisfied with it. And he said to me, as you would have heard, when he mentioned it to his colleagues that it was a 12-year-old, he said, you know what, sir, Mr. Campbell, I'm not going anywhere. I'm definitely going to be sticking, doing business with you, doing business with your son, because of the level at which you'll do business. If he's 12 years old and he can perform at this level, so I'm not going anywhere. And that is just some of the testimonies that we get usually on a daily basis with the way in which we do business. I mean, we do fall short sometimes, as every business does, but the level, the standard at which we've set has been so high that the compliments just keep coming in every day.
Excellent. As we get ready to shut down today's show, we just have 1 minute to go. Closing comments.
My closing comments would be, persons need to take the time to invest and understand that investments should be done after you do your research, and they should be done as soon as possible. The longer you wait to make an investment, whether it be into yourself, a guy called me and asked me, if I have $256, that was his exact number, saving, what should I do? Should I save it? Where should I invest it? I said, invest it in yourself. If you have $256 saved, the only place you can invest that is into yourself, because you need to have investment money to invest, as it were. Don't believe that it's just going to, you can take $5 and turn it into $5 million. It's not going to happen.
That's magic. That's what that is.
Yeah, that is, I think that's probably more than magic, because even with magic, we all know there's a trick behind it, as it were. But with investment, the formula is the same. It's the same with success. It takes money, it takes a certain amount of time, and it takes persons knowing what they're doing and you seeing their vision and understanding it. And once you agree with what the company is doing and you've seen them firsthand, go forth, invest, make an investment today. And you can also feel free to reach out to us at 324-LEN, and we'll be able to give you some guidance.
Excellent. And with that, people, we go for a break, and when we come back, we continue with our interviews. Let's go.
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Charm on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family. That'll be mash up the place and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun, one nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white?
So we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. 37 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock. And we have another guest in studio with us. Let me say good afternoon to her and welcome to the Street 919 FM. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Tell Trinidad and Tobago who they're speaking with.
Okay, you are speaking to Bernadette Lawrence from Eastside Plaza, Unique Nutrition Business.
Hi, Bernadette Lawrence. All is well?
Aisha, I'm fine.
Tell us about Unique. How long have you guys been in business?
Okay, I've been in business for 16 years. 16 years ago, I started my business, and I'm passionate about my business. I am passionate about health because my business is all about health.
Excellent indeed. Your health is your wealth is what they like to say.
That's right.
Tell us about the different aspects of health your business offer.
Okay, one of the main aspects of my business is giving the quantum analyzer test.
Where sounds like something from a sci-fi movie, Gil. Tell us about this one.
Well, what takes place is that the machine scans the body.
Okay.
And when it scans the body, it shows up on the computer screen all the organs that have been scanned. And with that, we are able to determine what organ need assistance. We have the heart first, which our heart is our main organ, right? And when we scan the heart, you can see if your cholesterol is high, if you have circulation problem, if you have clogged arteries, if your blood is too thick and it needs nitric oxide to get it in the right texture, if, you know, you have impotency or erectile dysfunction, it shows
it tells you everything.
Kidney activator for the kidneys, liver, and we carry all the products that is able to help these organs to function better.
So instead of you just getting, you know, symptoms and they say, you know what, maybe it's this, let me treat this, maybe it's that, let me treat that, this narrows in spot on.
You are able now to see which one of the organs that really need assistance. Because a lot of people, we look rosy on the outside, but the organs on the inside need help, and we neglect it. And many a times our body speaks to us because we might have a pain here, a pain there, a chest pain. I'm noticing a lot of young people coming in with chest pain, and they might say it's ulcerated stomach. But do you know it is heart problems?
At that age.
Clogged arteries because of bad eating.
Let me tell you, I had a relative that passed away pretty young from a heart attack, and we were shocked out our minds.
Right. I'm seeing clients walking in at 38 years old with a stroke. Why? Because of eating the wrong food.
Habits.
Too much grease in the food, too much fried foods, too much cheese in their food.
Oh boy.
And we as young people might say, oh, this health business is for senior citizens. Sure, I am telling you today, you are wrong. Check yourself. Come and get this scan at Eastside Plaza. Call, make an appointment. Be proactive. Make an appointment. Make sure you check yourself. At 388-1449, you can make your appointment. Come and see what is taking place. We have a lot of men neglecting their health.
Yes.
Right? Prostate problem. The machine is able to show you what is taking place with the prostate instead of going to the doctor and do you know what tests. Right? So come and get the test on the machine so you don't have to experience that kind of test from the doctor. And I am telling clients that they have to put their health first, because waiting until things go all bad and the doctors now don't even know where to start to help you. So you have to take your health in your hand. Put whatever else behind. You are first. Love yourself.
Someone is asking me, how often can you take that scan? Does the scan show up everything, or you have to come to see different aspects of what is wrong with you?
I am telling you, when you do one scan, it shows up everything.
Okay.
What the process that I do, you do the scan, and as long as we pinpoint the areas that need help, you can purchase products that actually will repair the cells, repair the organs, and after 3 months on the treatment, I give you a free test. Because I guarantee you there will be results. That is what takes place at my clinic.
Understood. Someone else is asking, is the test painful? Do you want to describe the procedure?
No, it's not painful, because you just hold something in your hand and it scans you on the computer. The machine, it's no pain whatsoever.
We have Dixie and Thomas saying, well done, Bernadette. Love is in the house. Toko strong, locked on and listening.
I'm from Toko. That's my schoolmate speaking.
What? You have fans on the inside, girl?
Thanks, Dixie.
We have 214 people viewing us right now on YouTube. Good afternoon to the YouTubers. They're asking us, can you also tell if someone is lacking water, if they're lacking minerals from the scan?
Yes, it can also tell you that. Because at the end of the day, it shows every organ. Things that you might not even think. Because when I scan someone and I let them know they are taking something is wrong with your tooth, either teeth or tooth, one or two, because I'm seeing tooth is up. So
And it's telling you about teeth.
Telling you about your teeth.
Interesting.
And a guy was really, really moved because he said, I just did a root canal and it showed up so bad. Yes.
Did not say that before.
No one, he didn't say it. But when I told him there's something taking place with his teeth, and he said he recently did a root canal and it showed up in the machine. What showed up also is where when people not fertile, and I have a testimony right now on my phone. A lot of men blame women. You're not making any children for me. But you can test on this machine and find out if you are fertile or not, man or woman. It tells you what is the results of your reproductive organ. It also tells men they can't lie. Sometimes I tell them, I say, you want us to discuss this area? Because it tells you if you have erectile dysfunction. It tells you everything.
So you mean to tell me?
We need to do this test.
You mean to tell me when I going out on a date, I need to come by you?
You need to bring him.
What I said it.
Bring him.
Book an appointment. We're coming. Troy Edwards says, what is the cost of the scan?
Oh, it's $300. And I want to have a further discount of $250 as long as you heard it from this channel.
So once you hear it by me, just use my name now.
Yes,
you get a little blind.
Yes.
Use my name and you get a little discount.
Call and make your appointment at 388-1449.
And I'll tell you guys a step further. I was offered a free scan by Miss Bernadette, so I'm going to go first. And Miss Bernadette, the next time I bring you here, you're going to talk about my results on this screen.
Right.
My life is transparent and none to hide from these people.
That is what we're talking about.
So we're going to go through the scan, and then you're going to come on the show and you're going to say, well, when we scan Aisha, we found this, so that. Let me just warn you. You're going to find a heart of stone,
Oh, my God.
Don't get frightened.
No.
But that day, it's going to be there.
We'll make that heart healthy.
Michael Adams says he's coming to check you tomorrow. Give them a number. Give them a number.
388-1449. You can call, book your appointment. I don't want 4 or 5 person because I have to take at least 30 minutes with one person so I can give them proper scanning, proper explanation of what the scan.
You don't want to rush.
Yeah, not rushing. So please book an appointment. If you ain't get in today, you get in tomorrow. But please, your health is your wealth. Don't hesitate. We need to know what's taking place on the inside.
That's right.
Yes. I'm excited.
I am excited already for my scan. Robert, what you telling yourself, boy? They go see that heart of stone I have? Oh boy, they're asking where you're located and where can they find you on social media?
On Facebook.
Yes. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, on YouTube. Unique Nutrition.
She's saying, I want to know if that machine can help with premature ejaculation. Lord.
Yes, it can help.
What's this question all you fellas asking me here, boy?
We're helping men. We have products to help that. So just bring him along and you're going to be happy. You're going to be more happy.
Everybody's going to be happy.
Right, because many a time, let me just stay 1 minute on this. A lot of people don't understand that problem that with men stems from lack of circulation, and the scan shows when you not having proper circulation to the pelvis. So this is why the blood flow is not proper there. So we need to get nitric oxide, which is in the cardio, L-arginine and L-citrulline to give proper blood flow to the pelvic. So bring him. You come because you don't know what's taking place with your heart.
Somebody said if the person is diabetic, could they still take the scan?
Yes. Those are the people we need to scan because we need to know what's going on with the nerve ending in their body because the diabetes tend to damage nerve ending, no circulation, you're mashing things and you don't even know you're
feeling tingling in the
you're
feet.
not even having feeling in the legs or the hands. Right? And that is where we lose limbs. So we don't need to lose limb. We need to see what's taking place on the inside.
Come in and book your scan, people. Remember, it's by appointment only. Make sure and get in first.
388-1440.
So, we're getting ready to shut down today's interview. Miss Bernadette, how do you want us to close?
Okay, in closing, I will like to let the viewing audience know that I visit Tobago once a month, so you
Interesting.
can book your appointment. in
Ashton
Tobago.
Legaton, you're on the live. You're from Bago, Maslin Ned. Book your appointment. She come Bago. Go ahead.
Right? And I will advise everyone, we learn a new word through the COVID period, which is comorbidities. I'm telling you people,
Comorbidities.
let not comorbidity be a part of your life. We have to eradicate that comorbidity word. Don't want it close because it really and truly don't do good for our lives.
That's
it
true.
destroy our health, and we lose people too early with these comorbidities. So let us take our health in our hands. It was nice.
It was
speaking
so
to you all.
awesome being here, people. We're going to pause for a cause, and when we come back, we jump inside our final. Woohoo! It's a long day. Final interview for this evening, as we want to switch gears and jump back into the politics at the hour of 6 o'clock. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Represent all of we want to see happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you touch me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's settled tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up. Same way. Let me wind up. Same way. Party not stop. Grandma Jingle like we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside the way. Uptown and ghetto, feeling the tempo. So current like so, it's party they like so. Soon as we land fun is the we like the jam, like me man bam.
Let me say a very special good afternoon to our next guest in the studio. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Hold on. I wonder if you're hearing me loud and clear. 1 minute. Let's make sure you're on the inside.
Yeah.
Are you hearing us?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. Tell Trinidad and Tobago who they're chatting with.
This is Anthony Augustin, the owner of Double A's Marketing and Distribution Limited.
Anthony Augustin. Tell Trinidad and Tobago about your business.
Well, what we do is, I have a heavy-duty all-purpose cleaner made from plants. The product cleaning anything beside a criminal record. They're using this one product. They're using this one product to clean your tiles, your stove, chair set, rugs, mirrors, windows, blackness on your pot, stainless steel, rust, moss. And they could also use this product to clean your vehicles. Interior.
So while you're talking, I'm actually showing one of your videos now with no audio, so you're talking over your video. Go ahead.
Yes, so this product, you can also use it for your interior of your vehicle and exterior.
I'm actually showing the video of the exterior being cleaned of the little green car, so maybe you could tell them about this.
Well, what go on is the product remove 3 to 4 layers of dirt, dust, mud, pitch from on the vehicle. It takes away minor scratches as well. Above the paint on, paint rub on, it takes it off as well, just a spray and a wipe. Don't forget to smile because it won't work. You need to smile with this product. Beside that, this one product, you could also use it as a safe for your household. We do free delivery any part of Trinidad and Tobago. The product is in Tobago at the moment. You can get it at 701 6804, that is the Tobago number. And 3400791, that is for Trinidad. The product is amazing like Spider-Man.
Somebody is asking me if it can work on greasy surfaces in the kitchen.
Of course, this product is made for that purpose. It takes away all the heavy grease and stuff off the stove. You know, when you finish cooking, the little oil splash up on the tiles or on the, you know, it cleans that as well.
And to let people know, you can place your orders and he also delivers. I had my product delivered to me at my door. I am trying it out right now on my kitchen, and I am seeing results. Let me just put it out there. I'm actually doing an entire kitchen restoration because once I clean my cupboards, I start to realize my paint dull. First, my cupboard shining.
Yes, and besides that, what we do is as well, we have specials going on as well with the products. So, all you do, feel free. Check out Double A's Marketing and Distribution Limited. I mean the word double, A', Marketing and Distribution Limited on the Facebook. Or you feel free to call. We deliver straight to your home for free. You're dialing 701-6804. This is Nadine James in Tobago. Again, 701-6804. And you can hit me up also in Trinidad, people, 340-0791.
340-0791. It's also on my Facebook page. If you scroll my wall, you'll check out Anthony's videos as well. So, Anthony, they're asking for the cost of the product. Very quickly, we have about a minute to go.
Well, what go on is the product. There are different sizes in the product. The price varies. It starts from $70, $60 up.
Okay, so I'm thinking that the smaller the bottle, the cheaper, and the bigger the bottle, the more expensive.
Correct.
Well, Melly Matthews just pinned your phone number in the chat. You are a young black entrepreneur, and we supporting you full 100. You could have been doing many things, but you're doing this, and we're proud of you. Closing comments, Anthony. Closing comments, Anthony.
I want to say thanks again to all the supporters in Trinidad and Tobago. And I would like to say, all the love, we keep the love. Together we aspire, together we achieve. We could only do it together. Let's support each other and support it locally. And there's love all the time. Aisha, thanks very much and love your goodness.
Thank you so much. Love you too. We're going to support black business. We're going to go for that break, TNT. And when we come right back, we jump inside the politics. Stay with us.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You see, when I come to party, I don't want to hear about nobody business, boy. Security, put the man for them out the party, put the man for them, put the man for them out the party. I ain't come for that. Talking about people business in set. I ain't come for that. Boy, move from here with your bad head. I ain't come for that. Talking about people business in that. I ain't come for that. Boy, move from here, give me a chance. Me and my little pussy. Come here to bust a line. You come talking up in my ass, talking real out the time. Nobody want you around, yeah. Your name on the list. down for that. Move from here and give me a chance. Put the Mako them out the party, put the Mako them. Put the Mako them out the party, put the Mako them. Put the Mako them out the party, put the Mako them.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute God Amari, King Selassie.
Eyes, value optical eyes. Get expert care for your eyes and really great eyes. This Easter at Value Optical, get a super 40% off frames, plus extra savings with the purchase of Supernova or Transition lenses. Enjoy these Easter savings until April 24th at all Value Optical stores. Special conditions apply. And really great buys.
Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Yeah. I make the whole place smash up. When we sipping on Caraya's pink Moscato, turn it up. I make the whole place slash up. Yeah. Bottle after bottle, like me win the lotto. Bad and bougie, I'm humble when my hustle. Shape like a model, sexy and subtle. Caraya's could make me turn it up a next level. Right now I feeling a kind of vibe. Aye. It's a Caraya's pink Moscato vibe. Aye. Caraya's pink Moscato. Drink responsibly.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Roger Garraway and his community of creatives present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th, Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Crazy, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal.
Reset expectations.
Babe, summer's coming up. We really should start planning the real vacay.
You mean the one after we take a break with the kids?
We can hear you.
Start planning your getaway trip with Caribbean Layaway's 0% interest and flexible payment plan.
One thing for sure, flying Caribbean is the way to go.
It's no fun without us, right? Mom? Dad?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
For everything you do, Caribbean Airlines, we got you.
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited wishes to advise customers making mortgage payments over the counter that the tellers at all our offices will be open daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. To make payments online, book appointments, request letters, statements, documents, and access other services, please visit our online customer service center at ttmf-mortgages.com. TTMF, from here to home.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ill, and you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Are you experiencing terror, experiencing pain? Poor mood, stress, driving you insane. Free yourself from all this hell. Free yourself. Something in life yet to make you well. Dispel all the ills that your body stores and prevent yourself from producing more. Don't worry, nothing will trouble you, cause the fountain of life here to protect you. For info, call 620-9379 or 309-4697.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Ooh. If you cut me, you go see blood. And And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love.
So let me clear up some of your voice notes. A lot of you have been sending them. Let me clear them up and then we're going to jump into today's topic. As promised, we want to discuss what is happening at our nation's schools. It is absolutely unacceptable. Let me just put that out there. The manner in which these school children are behaving. It is less than desirable. It is sick. It's disgusting. And something drastic has to be done to address the situation. Looking at what can be done is what we are attempting to do today. In my humble opinion, start to charge them. As you catch them fighting, that's it. Charge them and take them before the courts. Let them know that there is consequences for their behavior. This type of thing is going unpunished. Hence the children keep doing it over and over and over again. Because the most they might do is get shine up on social media or suspended. Someone is suggesting that you take the parents before the court. Make the parents accountable for the behavior of the children. I find that a little too drastic. But I want you to understand how people feel about this. Why are they so angry? And the type of fight is what makes you realize that they're walking around with a bunch of rage, so nobody can talk to all you. All the cussing teacher fighting with security. It is a madhouse. And the teachers are left to deal with you for all these hours a day. Teachers afraid to even talk to students because you don't want them to attack you. A mother had to call me recently because she going in school to pick up her daughter from school. Her daughter is in secondary school, so I saying, hey, beg you like she, why she don't take the bus? The mother said, no. A group of girls dropping words for she in school, and before they hit my child, I am going to collect her from school. So this woman have to spend her whole entire afternoon around picking up her child from school because a bunch of children threatened to attack her daughter at school. Well, you understand what's happening, right? Who do we blame for this type of behavior? The Minister of National Security? I think not. Who do we blame for this behavior? We're going to look at that in this hour. I'm going to open up the phone lines in a bit. Let me clear up some of your voice notes.
I was great show highlighting the entrepreneurs of the East Side Plaza. This place has gone unnoticed by many for years, unrecognized for years, being part of the heart of Port-au-Spain. Government have tried to refurbish, restructure, and replan East Side Plaza to make it viable. It's about time people recognize where it is, what it is about, and it was designed to help the average person, black person, to foster their entrepreneurship and be given a place so that they could publish and sell the wares. But it has gone unrecognized for a long time. So let me hope that what you're doing could give them some more recognition and that the businesses within Eastside Plaza could find some way of getting themselves in a community-oriented organization to help their fellow African entrepreneurs to gain more recognition and to gain further advertisement to be recognized by the public. For years, they have been there settled, unrecognized. If you're passing, you don't go inside, you wouldn't know what you have inside of it. And it's a very huge piece, very huge. So well done, Ms. Wells, for highlighting these entrepreneurs of Eastside Plaza. Aisha Wells, good. You're going to need a whole show to deal with this indiscipline in the schools. And contrary to popular belief, some people like to say, stop beating your children. That is ignorance. Sorry to say, that is ignorance. Corporal discipline was taken out of schools by KPB as Minister of Education, and since then, we have had an increase in ill discipline in schools, increased fighting of school children, and teenage delinquency and pregnancies. If people look at the maths, they go see the correlation, but a lot of we can't maths because we must never maths in. Corporal punishment is necessary to return in schools, to return power to the teachers and the adults who are in charge of the children at the schools where the parents are failed. Your children spend more time in school than at home sometimes. Now, we're not saying every teacher going and beat the child. There's a discipline order. Corporal punishment was inflicted only by the dean when there was infractions of certain discipline. Talk once, talk twice. If you keep allowing people to get away with things, they will continue to do it. And as I say, they're getting away with it too much because there is no punishment. A parent taking away devices from a child, all you doing is taking away what you pay for, them never pay for that, so it's no big loss to them. And some of these children had devices with the parents never get them, and the parents ain't even wondering where they're getting it from, especially them little girls and them. So let me get real. There's a difference between abuse and corporal punishment as a form of discipline. As a parent, if you don't want to beat your child, that is your right, that is your responsibility. But when it comes to education and school, you lose that right when you put your children there. Your children are the hands of the teachers, and the teachers need to have the ability to deal with them. And if you don't want them beat, you write your note, you say that when they engage in certain disciplinary actions, take them the hell out of the school. You deal with them at home. Because if you can't train them properly, the teachers can't be forced to train them. You understand me? We need to understand that.
Do you guys agree with this voice noter? Put back corporal punishments in school. We had a topic about the licks at home last week. So I really want to get your take on it. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Are you talking about the children?
Yes, we're talking about the children.
Right. We had talked, had that talk. I think they need something. It's not all about beating. It's not all about beating all the time. Maybe you can do it if you feel like, and like some people feel comfortable doing it that way. And without correcting the child, you beat them, like you say, to a pulse, and you do it all the time. And some people may feel comfortable with that. But Aisha, there needs to be counseling in school. And I said it before, I was assistant, I'm Catholic, and so we go to the school and do RI before. I'm not sure they're doing it. And I was assisting a girl, and at the time I had to deal with the children by myself, and even with them. And the girl was saying, "Oh, you talking to them?" Like, "Oh, no." She's afraid to talk with them. Aisha, I had to deal with them on 2 occasions, 2 days, different days. And the children, you wouldn't believe, because all I said to the children, "No, you're not fixing your shoes." They would unlace their shoes because they want to distract everything. They want to fix their hair, they want to do everything. I said, "No, you're not doing that." And it takes me the whole session. But the next day, it worked. I was able to leave that class at one time and go to another class because the other person was not there. And the children, and I give them a little literature. I said, who want to be in charge and who want to say the prayer. I left them in that class, and all they did was pay attention to the person that was in charge. Okay? So we have to find another way to talk to the children and let them understand what you're about. You are there for them, to love them, to show them. And that is well. I'm saying if you feel comfortable beating, that's fine with you. But we have to think about another way. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much. Let me read a comment that came in via YouTube. Gigi Francis says, corporal punishment isn't always the answer, as some children can be psychologically affected by it. Mental health. She says, we need children to see that they are valued, Aisha. We have to value them. Like Tapis Sukram said, so a miss or missus who having a bad day could beat my children? No, eh? Only me can put my hands on them. Gigi went on to say, a former teacher, I can tell you that licks isn't always the answer. All children can't take licks. It affects their efficacy. While Diane Payne says, please put it back. Adezaria says, Adezaria Francis says, yes, but when get big, the police beating them. So they have to know wrong is wrong. Capital punishment wouldn't kill. While Kevin Williams says, blessed night and be safe. And Gigi says, we went to the same primary school. Well, Gigi, if we went to the same primary school, you know Miss Bernard used to cut ass. And Miss Bernard licks traumatized me. Yes, that's where the traumatizing start all here. And let me go back in my childhood here. One day, prayers was going on because I went to an all-girls school, a Catholic all-girls school. Prayers was going on. They were saying the rosary. And I turned around to talk to somebody. Well, you remember all that time I really wanted to do what I was doing. I always know I wanted to be in this field, so I was practicing. So I was talking to a child. I turned around to talk to the child. Me didn't know where Miss Bernard come out from, and she short so, eh? If you see how tiny this woman is. And by the time I do so, I just feel buttocks with this gova whip, Lord. If I could have melt right into the floor, viewers, I melt into this floor. I just put on my head and I cry. And now every time I hear the rosary, I just want to cry. No, I'm traumatized. I am traumatized by that cocktail Miss Bernard put on me. It was one licking, but it traumatized me. All right, so I'm reading your comments. Send your comments on Facebook. I'm reading it next. Let's go. Caller, you live.
Hey, good afternoon, Aisha. Well,
She traumatized me.
You're still traumatized then?
Up to today, if somebody said the rosary, I just break down in tears.
Guys, we're probably calling you back. You never know spirituality. I call you back, you know. I call you back into that. Where you beginning might end up right back there. Aisha, well, people talking about corporal punishment. People have to understand, we have been this conversation already. The children behavior in schools is a microcosm of the community and the society. We are a violent society and indirectly the community as well. And it's family life, and because if you the rage of these children, that has to be coming from somewhere. You know what I mean? Because the rage is like it's for blood. And we are a bloodless society and a bloodless community, so there's the family life, and there's other ways to discipline children, you know, by, you know, taking away privileges that they like and they enjoy. Lisa Morris Jr., the Minister of Education, and the Junior Minister of she said it well. You know, it has a lot to do with family and the educational background of them and stuff. So we have been here already, Aisha Wells. So I'll have to see where it's going, and I'll listen to what other people have to say, Aisha. Thank you.
Feeling the tempo.
The lines are open. I want to play some voice notes, but I want to take your calls before we do that.
We like the jam, like we man bam. Waving we hand inside the band, we inside the band. And if you cut me, you go.
Let's go, caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon to you.
And to the rest of Trinidad. And hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead, please.
And to the rest of Trinidad. Now, my child, I can't say one thing would fix all, but I said there are certain things, a lot of things to fix that. My child, I used to go to the school. The teacher say, your child giving problems. I keep talking to the child, talking for months, talk. And they are walking the school and stand, and I observing the behavior. The teacher watch me and say, thunder today. Thunder, she give me the, I say, okay. Oh, like they know when they do things wrong. Oh, daddy this, daddy that, daddy this, daddy that. When he reached in the house, I take off my belt, I put it in the chair, go inside. Daddy this, daddy that. When she come back, I said, listen, I talked to you for a long time. And I put a flogging on her. You understand? The following week, the teacher said, Mister, whatever you did, keep on doing it. I said in my mind, it's a one-time shot. Only once. The next week, the next test, high ratings. I leave her, I go. And that was it. Everybody deserves one good one good one in their lifetime. Your parents ought to give you one. Not every day, not every month. One. Serious one. Talk to you all.
Thank you so much. I have a testimony from someone who just messaged on Facebook here. They said they raised a child in Brooklyn, New York, and the child had an American-type child behavior and attitude. She said the child embarrassed she one day on the number 26 bus. Child started to throw down herself and beat up on the bus. Couldn't be no older than 5 years old. She said, Aisha, I want to kill it on the bus, but I'm in America and they will charge me. She said vacation was coming soon and they were booked to come to Trinidad within 2 weeks. She said the child behaved bad every single day for 2 weeks, and she counting down the days because she know they will soon be in Trini territory. She said, Aisha, as the plane hit Piaco International before they even clear customs, she said, I let she have it. She stood up shocked. She said, Aisha, the child freeze, open she eye big, did not believe. I sit down for 2 weeks and plan to cut she ass when we reach Trinidad. She said, Aisha, everybody in the airport watching me, they want to know if I'm going mad, but I had to give it to her because they can't lock me up in Trinidad. She said that child never misbehaved again. However, the child is terrified now every time they say they come into Trinidad. Poor thing. Poor thing. Caller, you live?
Good afternoon, Sister Aisha Wedge.
Hi, good afternoon, Tabakit.
Right. Good topic. Critical thinking in terms of parenting. Now, let's get there. I listened to the Prime Minister this evening, and they posed a question to him due to corporal punishment, and what he said, I'm in agreement with him. He said, we cannot beat our way out of this, and he's correct. In other words, no to corporal punishment. But let me say this, what I have been saying since in the days of George Umbala Joseph. And I know he's listening. Good evening, Mr. Umbala. It is time you bring legislation to charge parents for negligence. I'll tell you what. If Wendy is your daughter and Frank is your son, and you cannot give a proper account, it is time we bring legislation. And I am saying, regardless to what we say or do, the problem is in the home. And it's a fact. And what we're looking at here, manhood, fatherhood is lacking in these homes. And the children behavior is a reflection of the home. And one of the things I was saying at that time with Umbala, what we need to do, we need the district nurse, the community police, the principal, the village council, and also the woman group. We need to go in the home. Because I tell you, 99.9% of the time, these parents do not go to the school for Parents' Day. They do not. Let me say this afternoon, which I never made public. I give the best improved discipline student plaque to 4 schools. Yeah? And later this evening, I shall pull up 2 of the pictures and send it for you when you're off the air to show you what I do in terms of discipline. And why I'm speaking this way, I am saying, let me repeat what the Prime Minister said, the Honorable Prime Minister this afternoon. You cannot beat your way out of this. And the same sentiment he's echoing, the homes, parenthood. And this is where I make a clarion call to the Attorney General. It is time we pilot that bill. let's charge parents for negligence. And let me repeat it, sister. It's a good call. If Wendy is your daughter and Frank is your son, and you cannot you should be charged. And trust me on this. Come back as we speak in the vernacular here this afternoon. I am guaranteed sure, sister, 100%. You see that school violence, because I cannot understand for the life of me. You seen your child on Facebook, on social media, and I don't want to call the school. One of the schools in particular where I give the best improved discipline student plaque. You remember sometime last month where the child jumped on the police back. And that particular school I gave that award to, and I went to the school. I had discussion with the principal to save the child.
But Kate, before you go, remind me, I want to talk to you.
Yes, sir. And the point that I am making here, and sister-wise dear to me, licks does not solve problem. And I tell you, the young guy, Benjamin, he is saying it resembles slavery too much. And I say this, you know, lots of the children, they make their mind up. You know what they're saying? Man, I don't take that licks. So it comes as your beaten rubber. It's not registering. So I am saying, to repeat, let's get the district nurse, the community police, the village council, the women's group, and all of them together with the parents, let's go in the home and have a discussion. You know why? The problem is not in the school. And let me say this, people. The school can only do so much. The police can only do so much. But to the end of the day, what we're dealing with is children that coming from a system where the homes is broken and fatherhood and manhood is not there. I'll take your question.
Tabakit, when you exited our program about 3 or 4 weeks ago,
approximately,
you said to the listeners that you were never going to listen this program again. You were never going to call in this program again. And the listeners are on the live wondering what changed your heart. What caused the change of heart to let you come back and try to fit in and integrate into the program once more?
Let's get there. You see, I'll tell you, and let me say pleasant afternoon to all on Sunday, those who are online, the boss, Neil, Iwer, George, and those who is concerned. Where I came from in terms of radio and calling in, how I know it, to the end of the day, if, and let me use this old-time parable to answer it. If you don't know your parents, know your place. And I'll tell you what. You always, what I learned from Umbala, Morgan Job, and This is Gladiator, if he is not wanted at that particular time in radio, you back out. You remember the tune they had, Get Off the Radio? And you listen in silence. And if there is a topic that engage a national issue, something which hits to the heart of the nation, the soul of the nation, regardless if you might get cut out, you call to add that 2 cents.
Because you storm off the program, you know, you storm out of here like a bad man.
As I told you, let me tell you this, and I'm glad you're going there. Life is too short. And if you live in yesterday, you need to forgive and move on. And that was then. We go to a new chapter, because I could have been dead with they bury me because I like burying. And that's it. So you move on. And to the end of the day, let me say it in this way. I do not have the brain space to taught people. So I'm saying here, the topic this evening, the editorial in terms of discipline and children, it's to the heart of our nation and the soul of the nation. And if you save this generation, you save the one to come. So I am saying in such discussion, which is neutral, it's genuine, to help bring a sense of awareness. What's happening with the nation, children? Trust me, Mr. Tabakit will lend his voice. Look, Sister journalist, friend, and host, let me say thank you for giving me this opportunity to lend to help save our nation. Tabakit Outano.
Thank you so much, Tabakit. So I was talking to one of our listeners this morning online, and I know he's probably listening. It's KB United, aka KB Trini. He said, Aisha, I don't know what these fellas have with your show, but they cannot leave it alone.
Obsession.
What is the obsession, Eric?
Obsession. Good afternoon to the listeners and the viewers of the street. 919. Aisha, the obsession. The obsession. They're obsessed with you.
But what is the obsession?
They cannot go on no other program, talk show program, and air the diatribe that they do here.
My God.
Right? So they're obsessed.
Well, I want to play a little voice note for you here. No, you see what I post up on my page today? You went to my page?
Of course.
I'm sending it over here for them people to look at it. Olia, when I tell you...
So that is not a real place?
No, some people, let me say it as it is, they cut Jesus' slipper. That is what they do. They cut Jesus' slipper. Eric. And the man who cut Jesus' slipper, look him here. Look him right here. Take a listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
They say, Kingsy, come back home.
That is a dub plate. They cut that tape up in my voice there.
That what?
They cut that tape up in my voice there. That is a tape they do not write through. Because I said, and the UNC leave me, I never leave the UNC, and I never joined the PNM. I never joined in the PNM so I could talk.
So them cut you in? Wait, now. Them cut in you, so?
They say, Kingsy, come back home. The Kingsy, come back home.
Cough! You a man know about everything, and that is any cut, or that is a man saying that day, boy. Tell me the truth now, Cough.
No, it's not cut. It's authentic.
That real thing he talk there, or the chop him in, the chop him up in.
No. There wasn't any cut. It's really organic, you know.
Imagine that man, Eric, say we cut up his voice, we doctored the tape.
And we alternated?
We alternated and we drug him to say that he support the PNM. You ever hear that amount of madness?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we drug he to sign, and listen, I drug he to sign a paper stating he joining the Red Army. Tell me if them in cut Jesus slipper.
With a big 9-inch knife?
You telling me? Caller, you live?
Hi, good afternoon, sister.
How you doing, big brother?
Not too bad. And to the gentleman sitting down next to you. Well,
Eric.
Eric, I heard that same thing this morning. And hear what the host say after. I don't know if I could call here, you know. The management of this radio station, I have to talk to them. I thought once you pay for your 2 hours or 3 hours, that is yours. Anybody that you would like to call your program is capable of calling because you pay for that. But the host of the program telling the man in the dress that here we're going on, management had to tell me whether or not you could call. And that is, I don't know what Anderson said before him. And like he called in support of Anderson, I didn't hear Anderson. And based on that, that is how the host dealt with him. So here we're going on. I think this one call here just now. Because there is, and if you notice, Wall Street following a man. Wall Street following my financial guru. My financial guru was on this morning. So it's not just your program, you know. They cannot leave Iwer radio station alone. Because they tell themselves, this is one of the, how to put it, what do we call the poor communities. This radio station goes out as the heirs of the so-called poor communities. So they have no choice. In order for them to get their rhetorics to come out, that's why he wasn't supposed to call back here, but he called back to tell us a national concern. It's children involved. Because they need to hear their voices out. How do we get paid? And you allow a man to talk yesterday for you to get 20 hours?
And he get it, and he went and cussed me this morning.
Somewhere this morning thinking
as he calling, somebody call him and he back on the ground report this morning. You see how that has worked?
And lost it. So the money he got yesterday, he lost it this morning. He ain't get no way because, again, as he said, the UNC left him, he didn't leave them. Right? And apparently, He can't get back in the folds at all. Look how we try, like he ain't getting back in. So they're a bit confused. Wall Street looking for the same. Is a heap of them, you know?
My God.
So don't vex for them, sister. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much, Bataria. Yeah, Eric.
Yes. I was really upset this morning, eh?
For what? Who vexed you?
This wall of stain, wall of shame. Proper embarrass the queen, we historian Queen Jenny this morning. And it's only because I try all how he called Dominic on him this morning and he
so what?
He embarrassed Jenny.
Oh God.
I tell you, Aisha, was if Dominic had take my call this morning, I would rush me. I was just saying would I be by Martin because I ain't like that. Was
that wasn't nice. Wall Street, how you gonna do, Sister Jenny?
Out that time and for a big man.
Let's see who's there. Let's see who's on the outside. Okay, miss both calls. The lines are open. We continue the conversation. Feel free to get in. We are discussing the children. You stay right there and laugh, Kingsley. Go in and tell people who I drug you to sign paper with Red Army and how we doctor tape and we do all kind of things to get you to come back because you going back to hold Kamala handbag. I never say that. And they doctor the tape. Me? Caller your life.
You don't have to drug he, Aisha Wells. He was greedy for the alcohol. You little thing you had on the
little thing I had on my birthday, yes.
Yeah, because I don't know you to be a person who drink alcohol, Aisha. I know you very well. I know you damn well long. You know what I'm telling you about? So he come at with greediness. I don't want you to nothing but tabaki. And next nasty man, because Saturday, the day just go on the program. You know it's program on a Saturday. And cause the Prime Minister stink. Tabaki, I don't want you to use that jab and clong. You know what I'm telling you about? Aisha, let me tell you something. It have a lot of people that call on this radio station and they really can leave 91.9. They don't know why. They can't call on 95.5 and talk the utter rubbish. And you know that, right? So they get the opportunity to call on Iwer station. You understand me? And talk the most rubbish. You hear what I'm telling you about? I shall listen to your program this evening and what we're discussing about the fighting of children. You hear what I'm telling you about? These children in school. I shall saying this afternoon, parenting have a lot to do. Parenting. I was always say on your program, I lost 2 children and Aisha, God hear me. None of my children never give me Aisha problem.
That is true. I cannot testify to that.
You hear? I have to in the courthouse, but holding a gun and they telling people no way. Parenting, they can't to pay the full wrong me, Aisha. Parenting, parents, I am asking all of this afternoon. Please, discuss with your children, honestly, when you leave in your house on morning. Check the bag. You understand me? Check the socks. Because you can't tell me a child going to school with the scissors until the security, who will be by the school, the NTS security. What happened? They're not doing the work anymore? Or they're afraid to check them? These things have to stop. This fighting in school got to stop. It could end up worse, you know, Aisha. And you know what will end up worse? When a day that another child fight another child who stabbed a child and the child died one time, you want a better thing to go down? You want a baby come up and happen, and you know they're going to hold that very child for murder, right?
So true.
We have to be very serious. We got to hold it down a little. Parents, mother and father, you need to start waking up and check out your children, what they're doing in the school. You understand me? Because the teachers and all, freedom and all. Aisha, sweetheart, you have a good one. You reach yourself. I don't want to hear your 2 jab clongs. I don't want to hear them. You have a good one, darling.
And if you squeeze me.
Thank you, Mommy. The lines are open.
Oh, my Lord.
Let's see who's on the outside. Caller, feel free to call us. 342-0081. That's 342-0081. 771-1791. 466-5391. Caller, your life.
Yeah, sir. First again, Kingsley was accepted the UNC because of food. It had big confusion with me and them and was something and whatnot. So it looked like he going up, trying to pull him back. So the last time with Mighty K, we're trying to pull him back in. And he must get a welcome.
Caller, I have no problem with him going back, but I want back my iPhone.
I'm
repossessing my iPhone. I'm taking it back.
And Eric, I find Dominic should cut this fellow that disrespect.
This morning, and I shot at it. That man changed the whole narrative of that program with Dominican Blues. The man has changed the whole thing, boy. I think we need to put a permanent ban on Wall Street. Because he's making no sense whatsoever. Every time it's the same rhetoric. The same rhetoric over and over. And today was the boiling point or the tipping point that he comes to disrespect Jenny.
That wasn't nice.
You understand? You come here
disrespect. I am on the recall.
You understand? It was real Bushman. Aisha, it's only because that my call didn't get through this morning. I take him on.
I don't know why they
gotta cut you off. Them so don't bring nothing valuable on the table.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
He said that's nonsense.
That rhetoric and diatribe is what I want to regurgitate on the radio.
Touch it the hell off, boy.
Thank you, caller. All the best to you. Don't let them shift our very, very serious and pertinent topic. Let's see who's on the outside. We'll play some voice notes in about a minute. So get in quickly before we go to the voice notes. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Aisha.
PNM Gemma.
Yes, darling. You know what I say? These children need counseling and they need a lot of prayer. You can't go too hard on them. You understand? They need counseling. They need a guidance officer to counsel these children in all the different schools, and they need prayers. That is the answer for these children. Licks will not do any good to them right now. Okay? Yes. Okay, Aisha.
Aisha, good afternoon. I've been sitting on this program for the longest while. All the children are born in the late 70s, coming up to now, most of those children are the children who given all the problem. Check the children born under the 70s, under the late 70s, and see, check what was happening. After the late 70s, all hell break loose in Trinidad with children up to today. But I don't care what nobody say. Whatever the children doing outside, that's what they're doing at home. A lot of people disagree with me, but you put some lash on children until they reach the age of 9, and after 9, age 10, they understand exactly what you're doing and what's taking place. Nobody shouldn't have to beat the children, spank the children when they reach 9, 10. Between birth and 9 to 10, you as a parent have the right to mold that child into something. When you look at that child doing something wrong, they should know, stop doing that. And the problem is most of these parents have the kids like that. And I always blame the parents for some of the kids' behavior. Not all of the parents, you know. But everything that these children doing outside, they do it at home. And most of these young people, the parents can't speak to them. You understand? So what you expect when they go to school, who the teacher can't talk to them, the security can't tell them nothing? And it's all hell break loose in Trinidad. From the time, check who is the person that stopped the principal from disciplining children in school. And they stop praying in school, they cut off prayers in school. All these things, these children going loco. So I don't see this thing coming back from the brink where it is now, anywhere soon, until we grow a fresh group of parents who could deal with children. You all better take stock of these children. You know, these children is the future of the country. And if they are not being properly brought up and disciplined, well, Trinidad and Tobago is heading for a mass destruction. So all you wake up and smell the coffee, tea and tea. Good afternoon.
Every line is lit. Every voice note is lit. I try to clear it up. We just have a few more minutes of the program left. Caller, you're live. All right, caller, you're not there as yet. It started back. It was good all the time. Okay, let's get this one.
Aisha, well, you hear what the gentleman said? And this is what we're talking about. Corporal punishment is not an everyday beating thing. You see, again, people not understanding the difference. People not understanding what they're supposed to do, what disciplining the children entails. And as such, the teachers have to be faced with this indiscipline and unruly behavior by children in the schools because parents failing to discipline the child by any and all means necessary. And nobody's saying you have to beat the child every day, beat a child mercilessly. That is not corporal punishment. It is a form of discipline. Life is about balance. Corporal punishment forms part of that balance. So if you talk once, you talk twice, and you realize the talking not working, you need to do something else. All children different. All children might need to be beaten, but all children may not need to be spoken to. How much of these children you see them being spoken to every day? Let me get real now. If people can understand why it's balanced and figure out the difference and see we going down the rabbit hole because corporal punishment has been eliminated totally, we will never reach nowhere and our society will continue to degrade morally, spiritually, and we will have limited people of integrity in this place. We're going down the rabbit hole. And we don't understand that because you know why? We foolishly believe everything we oppressors tell we. Foolishly. Because it come out of the mouth of a white hair, blonde hair, blue-eyed boy or woman, we believe it. Not knowing that psychology that they used was intent to brainwash, destabilize, and unsocialize African people from a culture of understanding that they knew and grew up with. But that is a different story altogether. I ain't going to wrap up the psychology into the social issues because some of the brains can't take all that kind of talk.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Yes, good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon, darling.
I don't care what you say. You see people saying beat the children, not beat. It's correcting them. You know, you're correcting them, not beating them. It's a different case, you know. They're just cuffing them down. Make you have a whip or a belt and you cut the tail, a good cut tail. Aisha, I bring my daughter from New York. When she was 11 years, she was given trouble of this. She given good trouble. One day, I take a weekend off and I'm going to bring her from New York. When she was in the airport in Kennedy, the airport, she wants Kentucky chicken, I buy it for she and everything. When she come home in the morning, I walk in, she will put one cocktail and she'll carry her back the next evening. And up to now, that's the best daughter I have. She hates me for it, and she understands. Just some time ago, she said, Dad, thank you for the cocktail because I correct her. You understand? You had to beat them, but they just steered you out this politics. In the Bible, I know everything in the Bible, Jesus says, that is also in the Bible, just steered you out this politics. A lion. If you have a whip in your hand, a lion run from you because if you respect the whip. If you steady you out this politics, I bring my daughter and I cut she till I carry she back up and she's the best daughter you can find wherever. My grandchildren them in line because she put them in line. I gone.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you're live.
Yeah, Aisha, good afternoon, honey. My sister bring her son to United States of America. And let me tell you the joke. When the child reached America, the little kids in the school tell the child, you wouldn't get any licks. You're not supposed to be the child. And they give them all the American rules. My nephew started to give trouble in school. And my sister started to communicate with the teachers. And every time she go, he have bad behavior. One day she gets so mad and went to the school, bring him out the school, and she cut his little behind from school to home. She really gave it to him because these kids and them saying you're not supposed to get licks. You're not supposed to get licks. You could call the cops and they're informing them all the bad information. Well, she blazed him from home, from school to home. After that beating, my nephew never get problems again. Never. He's a big man today and he just remember it until we just laugh about it right now. But you see that one scolding he get? Because he wanted to follow the rest of kids and them. He will now leave Trinidad and them telling you, you don't get licks in America. Even, I don't know how they know, but by 6 o'clock, child welfare was by my sister door. They opened the fridge and so happened, God is good, it was a Trinidadian. They tell my sister, next time you have to beat him. Don't beat him in the road now, even the teacher and all. I'll give you a little room and carry and give it to him private. But thank God they didn't have to reach to that. That one beating did the trick. You understand? So it's not about abuse. It's not about killing the children. It's not about beating them every day. That person who keeps saying, don't beat and don't beat, apparently they don't have no children. Because sometimes you got to share, just like what that other caller said. Every child is different. You raise your children. Some children, you don't have to beat. Some children you could punish, it work. And it has some children you have to get good licking. And it's going to work. Okay, have a nice one.
Thank you so much, my love. And this is where we leave it for today. Closing comments, Eric.
Well, guys, unfortunately, I came late today. I had pressing matters to deal with. But nevertheless, it was nice still. All be good. Do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And train your children when they are young. So when they get old, they would not depart from it. Remember, you are the role models. And whatever you do, they will mirror.
And as I usually say, TNT, do a good deed today. Yes, today. Until tomorrow when we come with something else, something new, something hot on the official station of Defense the Nation, the Street 919 FM. Have a good one.
Under the sun, one nation under the law. So who feels